October 17th to October 24th. The rape continues to escalate. Now I'm yelling back at the rapist every time, trying to get them to simply stop and leave us alone. On October 21st, a psychopath pins me, the very one, and destroys my psychology as a child with sheer offense to enough of an extent that I suddenly run outside into the kitchen, pick up a steak knife, and slash my left forearm haphazardly on its command. The results are extreme. It could not have been my action. It's gaping open 4 inches. I call 911 and wrap it, bone exposed, and I'm taken in an ambulance. I told my parents and the hospital staff it was an accident. We know it was not. It was attempted homicide. I mean, it's attempted homicide the entire time via diabolical jihadist torment. But at that specific moment, it's physical attempted homicide with a near success. That's within 2 weeks of my moving in. They attempted murder. In extreme pain. Having gotten home from the hospital. In extreme pain. Still typing. In spite, I continue to hold Ryan when possible. Continue to fight the pedophiles and Muslims stalking me every day. Now I'm beginning to think those two terms are simply interchangeable. The pedophiles and the Muslims, due to statistical pileup. October 24th to October 31st. Now I almost died, but didn't. Thank God. I pray in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. I pray to the Virgin Mary. Now I do the Hail Mary, yes. I have done it several times in this very building. I'm repeatedly trying to make it back to Brampton to check on Samantha again. The homicidal maniacs / pedophiles / Muslims begin hardcore ramping up their rape even more, to the degree where now it's not possible to stay conscious or do anything productive at all. So I start taking copious amounts of melatonin, trying to sleep through it all. During this period, something very extreme happens. About 5 individuals are pounding at my door, none of them police. They are very loud. And then they run upstairs towards the building owners / tenants of the unit above mine. More loud communication, more banging. Then more banging and hollering. But then back to mine. Right? More banging, hollering. This continues for a good hour, back and forth, until I manage to convince them to leave. They're all psychopathic adult thugs. Total strangers. Probably all Muslims. Also in this time period, the pedophiles make a, quote, noise complaint, unquote. This would become a pattern. Guelph police show up. I am manhandled into a, quote, mental health check. Search for psychosis once again turns back negative. This is disturbing. So I'm obviously not, this is not a mental illness, right? I'm being assaulted and raped 24/7 to date. 2 weeks later, more fraudulent reports would be submitted. But also during this period, though, during several occasions, the entire time, as I am simply vying for the restoration of my rights and Ryan's safety, which the pedophile nigger, which is actually audible to me in this environment right now, still thinks is, quote, its girlfriend, unquote, by the way. It murdered her. She's no longer with us. Though it would petulantly possess me to this moment by inserting its warped image of her into my face and consciousness, onto my body repeatedly, demanding my attention. The nigger will typically imagine her on my body in place of the actual her, saying something along the lines of, quote, fam, or, quote, Muhammad, or, quote, I love Muhammad, or, unquote, or, quote, Rainbow Looms Muhammad, unquote, or it's anything to do with her and the Muhammad simultaneously. Or they like fam. They like the word fam. I have no idea why. They just say that. Fam. Yes, they just show up in my brain. Fam. 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 You know how much effort I had to put in to artificially adopt the pitch that you normally vocalize in? Just a thought. So it's just total perversion. Nothing she would ever say. They aim to deprive her now of heaven. But during this time period, towards October 31st, is when we see necropedophiliac, cannibalist fantasies about consuming the female child Ryan's living corpse in a long succession manifest in the upstairs unit.